Welcome to the Art Project. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if this video is helpful at all. So I've got these cards that I use for reference photos, which I'll show you in a few minutes. But in order to set it up, I want the students to do it much larger. They're going to enlarge the photo. And the photo's already got a grid on it that is 9 by 12, real small grid, 9 by 12. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting a mark every 2 inches at the bottom and at the top of the paper. Notice I'm not all the way up at the top of the paper. I'm just somewhere close to the top, and I'm putting a mark every 2 inches. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. And now I'm going to connect the matching marks. So I just connected the first 2 and the second 2, line up those 2 and connect them, and so on. This is going to create 2-inch stripes down my paper, or every 2 inches there's going to be a pencil line. The number of spaces between the lines corresponds to the spaces on the reference photo. Then I turn the paper sideways, and I'm going to do it all over again. I'm going to put the ruler somewhere across the top of the paper and put a mark on the 2, the 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and then I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. You have to have 2 marks. You can't just put marks on the top and then put your ruler on it and know that they're going to be straight. You've got to have 2 marks to connect. So now I'm going to connect the marks that are closest to the side here, straight down, then go to the next 2 marks, straight down, next 2 marks, straight down. You may have to do this a few times. If you're new to this, if you're a student, you might mess up, but it's important that you get a good straight grid with squares. And in this case, on 18 by 24 paper, it's 2-inch squares. You can do this different sizes depending on what your teacher wants and what the assignment is, but this is just the basics. I'm going to take my little photo reference and blow it up to 18 by 24. So here's my deck of cards. Hopefully your teacher has one of these, and they are letting you choose or randomly pick or blindly pick a reference photo. So I'm going to go through this and find the ones that I like, and I'm separating the ones that I like, the ones that I want to do for my picture, setting them aside, just kind of going through the whole deck. In the deck there were 54 cards, or there should have been, so 54 to choose from. But if other students got to this assignment before you did, they may have picked some of those cards out. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pictures that I like. And I'm going to look at those and decide which ones I don't really want to do. I narrowed it down to these 2. And I think when all is said and done, I'm going to do the bumblebee. I think that'll be fun to do. Now in this video, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to show you the drawing. But eventually I'm going to paint this in probably. I'm counting the number of squares over. And then I'm going to start in that square. Right there. Draw the part of the wing that I see in that square. Now there's a lot of stuff in the background, but I'm the artist here and I can leave some stuff out if I want to. And all the stuff in the background is kind of blurry, so I'm not going to bog myself down with all of that. The bee in this picture is the main thing. Obviously, I'm not going to leave my background alone, but I'm not going to worry about all of that information. I'm going to focus on the bee for my assignment. And I'm just doing 1 square at a time. Look at how, you may not be able to see this. I hope you can see this in the video. I am looking at just 1 square at a time, and I'm just doing the basic outline of the bee. Now, normally I would say start at the top left corner, draw that square. Go to the next one, draw that square. Go to the next one, draw that square. But truth is, as long as you are paying attention to which square you're in and which part of the bee or which part of your picture leads to the next part, you can go around. Just make sure you do what's in the square correctly. And by doing it this way, you can draw anything. It doesn't matter how complex it is. You can, if you do it one square at a time, even if you don't know how to draw, if you do it one square at a time, you can do it. Really, really simple. But this video is just sort of for the basics. I wanted you to get the basic idea. Like I said, I'm not going to paint the whole thing in for you. You can, whatever your teacher's assignment is for you, follow her directions. This is just how the cards were intended to be used to begin with. Also, you can do, whatever size the teacher gives to you. If the teacher says you're going to do 8 by 10 or whatever, you're still going to grid it off about the same way. Your measurements just may be a little bit different. Also, the cards in the deck are, in this particular deck that I've put out, is a variety of stuff. Bees, cupcakes, a bicycle, a dog, a landscape, just a lot to choose from because everybody likes to do different stuff. And so I wanted to provide a variety of pieces. And that's pretty much it. I went back into the wing, and I'm just doing it one square at a time. But I also want to make sure that the squares flow. If I draw a line in one square and then I go to the other square and I see where it connects and it doesn't flow right, then I make corrections if I need to. That's it. Please give my video a thumbs up. Share it on your favorite social media platform. If you're a teacher, you can share it in your Google Classroom or email the link to students if you want to. Whatever makes it easiest for you. Thanks for watching. It's your turn to go make some art.